The needs are greeted casually. It's more than just the news. It's more than just the killer's mental health and his pursuit. Rest in peace to Parkland.
Because I'm a singer and a rapper, my rap name is TT, and then my singing name is Tiara. I grew up here in San Francisco. I was raised in Hawaii for a little bit, in Waianae. That's on Oahu. It's kind of like the slums of Hawaii. I grew up in a pretty rough household out there. Basically, they sold crack from that house. You know, a lot of people like came in and out, and as a young child, I remember like a lot of visuals of, you know, it falling on my like plate. Well, I thought it was milk one time, but it wasn't. And you know, eventually like CPS came, took me away, put me in the foster system, and I was there for about 2 or 3 years, and then I got adopted by my auntie and came back to San Francisco. Well, you know, it was hard at first to really, you know, adapt to my feelings about this, and I wasn't really quite sure on how to deal with it, how to cope with my feelings on, you know, going through all that struggle. But eventually, as time went on, I became stronger, and I really realized that, you know, this is me, this is my life, and, you know, this is how it is. So, and I feel like now I can really relate to other people, and I can really give them my insight on my life, and they can give me theirs, and we can relate in some sort of way and find that medium to, you know, coincide and relate. Well, music has always been a part of my life, really. I remember one time I was on a cruise ship with my mom. I was probably about like 6. This is my adopted mom, by the way, who's my auntie as well. And we were on the cruise ship, and I was singing some tunes, and she realized that I had a good voice. And she put that to use and put me into the San Francisco Girls Chorus. I was in 2nd grade when I started, and I was in it for 8 years straight. So, and then eventually I graduated from there, the program, and I was certified as a classical singer. Yeah, I've performed at Davies Symphony Hall 8 years in a row. Like I said, classically trained, so this is like folk music, this is classical music like back in the 1800s, like Bach, all of that. So that's how I was trained as singing. Theory as well, in music theory, I was inclined in that too. And so I know how to read music and all of that. Well, my big influences in the music industry are, I have quite a few, and it's kind of versatile, really. I look up to a lot of pop singers, R&B singers, of course, Rihanna, Beyonce, all of that. But when it really comes down to the nitty gritty and like my actual soul and who I really and what I really do look up to, it's a lot of political rappers. I like Immortal Technique. I listen to Brother Ali. I listen to Killer Mike. You know, that helps me really, you know, bring pop and political together to make it that, and then bring my classical music into it and make it a whole mix that a lot of people don't really do, you know. And I'm big on no swearing, so I don't swear in any of my music. I swear in real life, but I think in my music it's not necessary, really. I think the reason why is because my family supports me so much that I don't want to let them down in that way, to like be like, oh, here, grandma, listen to my track, and then all of a sudden, you know, because I'm family based. That's where I lay. So, you know, I really don't ever want to upset any of my family members. I think I also think that it's kind of sort of for attention, but my friend William told me that swearing is necessary when you're trying to get a point across, and I agree with that too. I agree that if you do want to get a point across, which I do sometimes in some raps, I really want to swear. I really want to like say, you know, F this, F that, but you know, I find a different way to really process that. And I think a lot of people really should listen to political rap. It's a game changer, honestly. It's not just Gucci gang, you know, fuck this, fuck that bitch, you know, it's really just a lot of substance, and it gives you knowledge. Like battle raps, you'll win a battle rap with knowledge. It's not about oh, I'm a you know, rhyme this with that. It's I'm gonna see you when I see you, and I'm gonna really, you know, process this. I think it's too easy. I think that everybody can do it. I think everyone does it just to do it. You know what I mean? And that's real. That's out of my heart. It's no shade towards anyone. It's no diss. But I really do feel like, you know, a lot of people just kind of, just for the clout, really. And But there are a lot of people from the Bay that really grind and really show out, and I really do appreciate that, and I see that, and I support that. So for the most part, the Bay Area, you know, we're really trying to make a title for ourselves. We're really trying to make a name for ourselves, San Francisco especially. But, you know, for those people that just do it for the clout, that's just them, I guess. Let's see. Where I want to be in the next 5 years is probably investing in a record label, perhaps. Or, you know, getting known by other labels and other companies that really have a lot to offer to me. You know, I'm not really about the money, really. I'm not really about the fame. I'm really just about getting personal with people's lives. And, you know, that's all I've always been happy with that. So, you know. Someone I do want to give credit to is 6ix9ine, because he has courage. He's brave. He's brave. The dude has rainbow hair. Like, come on now. He's really doing something different. And I really feel like, you know, in terms of eccentricity, I feel like they mistake that for fame. You know what I mean? They mistake that for, oh, I'm gonna be famous because I look like a rainbow, you know, or I'm gonna be famous because, you know, I'm gonna do 15 Xans before a show and show people like how goofy I look, really. You know what I mean? I feel like there's no such thing as a sober performance no more. I feel like there's no such thing as I don't know. I just feel like there's not really any depth anymore. It's really just kind of shallow altogether. But, you know, hey, it's the industry. Yeah. Me being different in the industry is being myself. I'll never sign nothing to make me be something that I'm not. I'll never sign nothing to say that, you know, my time is taken by this company so-and-so and so-and-so and co. because of, you know, the time slots that I'm given. I'll never pledge allegiance to any company unless I really read all the terms and conditions. I'll sit there and read a 75 you know, page packet, you know, if I'm really serious about it, because that's my life. I'm signing away my time and everything. So really just stay myself, stay authentic to myself. I don't care if people think that it's weird that I don't swear or I'm not cool for it, but hey, you know, it's my art, so it's mine. Definition of struggle is I could get past this. I don't see struggle as a negative term. And I told myself this, I think 2 years ago, in August. I remember it was in August, but I forget if it was last year or the year before. I do remember telling myself that struggle means that I could get past this. And what I mean by that is that I don't see it as a sink. I don't see it as a shit being going down. I don't see it as hitting rock bottom. I see it as, you know, I'm going through this right now, but in a couple weeks or a couple days, I'll be back on my feet. I think I learned how to deal with my feelings. Before I couldn't express it in any way. I was mad, I had anxiety, you know, I was a different person, I wasn't myself, I wasn't happy. I was this negative girl who just, you know, was just negative. And all of a sudden, I just started facing way more challenges in my life to the point where I was like, I need to let this out somehow, you know? So that was music. And I started writing. I always knew I had it in me. I always knew that I had some sort of, you know, passion for this and that I could really be a lyricist in some sort of way. So I just put it to use. I actually just started writing. Become us too. That's why. There comes a day we gon' join in our hands, hold each other close, cause we are from the same branch. I know one day, I know one day, I know one day we will. Let your loved ones know. Let them know that you love them. Let them hold you close. Yeah. Rest in peace to Ann Perkins, the substitute teacher. Rest in peace to Chris Stone, Sabika, Aaron, and Fisher. Rest in peace to Alyssa, Martin, the Sky Beagle. All my love goes to the parents suffering through all the evil. Rest in peace to Chris Hickson, he was 49. When he heard the shots, he rushed to save so many lives.